Good morning, everybody. This is Lindsey Helson with SPS back in the building for another Monday Motivation. I don't know if it's the coffee, I don't know if it's the workout I already had, or just what I want to talk about today. I'm feeling real good. No ceiling fans. That's right, no ceiling fans. We're not believing in that. We're not supporting that. Lindsey, what you talking about? No ceiling fans? No, I said no ceiling fans. If you remember a couple weeks ago, I talked about, are you winning? Are you failing to win or winning to fail? It's all about how you look at it. Who was that this morning? Michelle, Mimi Watkins. I got something for you, special for you. Thought about you today. We're talking about ceiling fans. And no, it's not the typical standard ceiling fans that we have at our home that help us in these hot summer days when we experience that. I know we prefer central air, but I'm talking about being a fan of having a ceiling, believing that there's something over your head to stop you from going forward. I'm talking about no ceiling fans. Don't be a fan of that, right? And football, they say football without fans is nothing. See, we don't want you to believe that there's a ceiling. I had the great pleasure this weekend to get back to my city. And I know I talked before about trauma. You know, good morning, my mom is up. I'm talking about you, Mom. Got to get home to my city, and my mom, my schedule was sporadic, but I had a chance to get back this weekend. And my mom said, well, I'm going to Belle Isle. I'm going to see Ernest. I said, Ernest? Now, there's two Ernests that I rock with. Ernest McCoy from Henry Ford High School. You guys know, my godfather. Then Ernest Italo Johnson. That's right. My guy, Ernest Italo Johnson, keeping it real, keeping it independent. I got a chance to roll up on him on Belle Isle. Me and my mom. Shout out to Zanae Gibson, baby. Them pound cakes be hitting. But let me tell you why Ernest is important. I got a chance to give Ernest his flowers in front of his family because ever since my entry into politics at age 16, when I was student council president, Detroit City Council president, citywide student council president, and all those things, I was on the political scene at an early age. And my mom in her wisdom said, baby, you should, because you never really know these people are out here. And anyone who's been involved with politics for a long particular time, it's just crazy because I was out here learning, trying to figure it out. And she said, Ernest is involved, and shout out to Ernest. We got a chance to talk about the political history of the city of Detroit and what he's been doing right now. He's leading up the campaign for Mayor Duggan. He's had success with electing Mayor Coleman Young. He told me the story. Ernest has been involved with Detroit politics since the Briggs administration. That's right, Briggs. Coleman Young, he said when Coleman Young ran for office, they didn't have support from the UAW or the major newspapers. And everyone knows in politics, those are the things you need to be successful. But Ernest and his family and friends in the Black Slate had no ceiling. They were not ceiling fans. They were not fans of the ceiling. They didn't believe that there was a ceiling that can hold them back. So when the great Tuskegee Airmen, shout out to Donald Davenport, when Mayor Coleman Young ran and won, they all had to come on his side. That's right, no ceiling fans. And Ernest would always be a kind person to me out on the political scene, always greet me with encouraging words. When I had the chance to be on the beloved Rock, Belle Isle, and sing my praises to him, I just told him how much I appreciated that. And you never know the impact you have on somebody by just being encouraging, Michelle. You never know the impact you have on somebody by just having a positive word. That's why my goal and my work by having no ceiling is when I leave the house, I look at this above my door. The greatest gift you can give someone is the gift of inspiration. That's what Ernest gave me, Mama, every time I went out. So to be on Belle Isle, to be able to see him and sing those praises was important. Now, why is that important? Because in life, every day, we need to live without ceilings. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs didn't have a ceiling the other night when they came from a double-digit lead, being a deficit that is, to beat the Browns, right? The Ducks, who had never beat Ohio State, in 9 of their meetings, never beat Ohio State, had no ceiling when they went in there undermanned in a horseshoe and beat them. What I'm trying to tell you, folks, some of y'all got stock in a big-ass ceiling fan, right? There's actually a company called Big Ass Fans, and you guys got stock in that. You might as well. That's at my gym. They got these big ceiling fans, and many of us have these ceiling fans. We got these ceilings in our mind, and I just realized myself, so many times do we have the potential to talk ourselves out of something. So many times we had the potential to tell ourselves all the reasons why it can't work. But let's talk about what the real glass ceiling was. And this is no slight to women and minorities like myself who experienced that. But the term glass ceiling was introduced in the 1980s to refer to an informal but effective limit on how women could rise in the work organization. Michelle can relate to that, being a corporate exec right now. This ceiling was glass and that women could see above this transparent barrier. This transparent barrier. So it's something that's there that you can see through, and in fact might not realize it was even there until they found they could go no higher and they felt that they were hitting something. This ceiling is understood to apply to women as a group who are kept from advancing, not because of their individual deficiencies. Again, not because of their individual deficiencies. They weren't falling short. It was because of the funnel of fewer opportunities at higher levels. Opportunities. But because they are women. When the Federal Glass Ceiling Act was passed by Congress in 1991, my goodness, that wasn't long ago, the term was expanded to refer to artificial barriers that prevent the promotion of women or minorities. In current usage, it may refer to limitations on women or people of color. More precisely, the glass ceiling is indicated by a disproportional lack of advancement that cannot be accounted for by the productivity that increases at a higher organizational level. What I don't want to do is downplay the idea of a glass ceiling. Those things are real. What I'm not going to say is just don't worry about it, don't let it stop you. But I don't really have time to get caught up in that. I realized that when I found out when I can do more for myself and create more opportunities for myself with getting down with those who got down with me, like a Ernest Johnson, or getting that inspiration from them, things were able to open up. Now, for those of us who are fighting a good fight to get rid of these glass ceilings, to do things, to move policy forward, that is necessary. But I'm telling you, sometimes you can just be an inspiration. And I appreciate Ernest, because look how far I've come. Look at the spaces I've been in, because I always got an encouraging word from Brother Italo. I appreciate that. And the last thing I want to say, if you need some energy, if you need to get boosted up, think about the song, from Rockmaster Scott in the Dynamic 3, when that verse goes, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let that burn. Anytime you hear that, you should get excited and hyped. Don't let there be a glass ceiling to hold you back. If there's a glass ceiling in your corporate structure, figure out how you're going to navigate and shatter that. You got to be ready to shatter that ceiling. What? Inspiration, as she says, can be motivation. Just sometimes you're not going to be able to get it laid out for you. It just may be an encouraging word. Brother Italo used to see me, he's like, hey, man. And what I loved about him, and I told him this yesterday, is that he was never worried about who was around him when he wanted to have a conversation. So funny in politics, those who've been out, people want to whisper, do they want to be seen? Which every time he say, what's up, man? No matter what room was in, I learned early on, as he reminded me yesterday, it's about your independence. Now, if you align with somebody, do your thing. But I tell you what, I'm out here trying to help these young people have a better quality of life. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make that happen. That's my choice. That's my path. But I appreciate the inspiration of Italo. And I appreciate the women in my life this morning. Michelle Mimi Watkins, who didn't let the glass ceiling stop her. Patricia England, who my mom will be the first one to tell me, baby, I love how you get down and keep supporting me. So what I just want to tell you guys on this day as we get close to the 10-minute mark, that's right. Put their hands up, is that stop giving stock to these big-ass ceiling fan companies. Stop believing in that. It may be a glass ceiling, but glass ceilings get shattered. You ready to break it? You get to the gym this morning to work on that right cross so you can break that ceiling? Are you ready for everything to shatter down over you and roll over as you break it to go forward? What you gonna do? No shame in Ernest Johnson game. He's real. That's right. And when I was 16 on navigating politics, I didn't understand that because you look at what's out there, but he was a steady stalwart all the time. And I was so happy to be able to chop it up with him. Kick it with him yesterday, spend time with him and his family. That's right. Glass does break. Talk about it, Michelle. Glass break. We know that. If you really think about the term I was talking about, the term artificial. Artificial. That's not really real. We say it's there, but in many cases, mentality. Now, again, I will emphasize, I am not taking on this ultra-conservative view that, don't worry about it. I'm just saying, what you gonna do? Somebody once said you can either get caught up with the emotion or get up with the action. You can't live in both spaces. I talk about it all the time. So I'm not telling you or taking light of your struggle or whatever it is you're going through. But I'm telling you, when you got inspiration around you, I want to shout out to Donald Davenport. I want to shout out to John Higgins. I want to shout out to Dr. Omar Watts. I want to shout out to Rod Wilson. I want to shout out to all my brothers who are supporting us in the effort that we have coming up this homecoming with the YB Greek piece. Because at the end of the day, I'm not worried about who didn't support. I'm looking at who did support. Shout out to Aaron Dickinson that's going to come on board. But I'm just saying, folks, sometimes we get so caught up with who's on your team, well, who's not on your team. We get so caught up with who's not rolling with you compared to focus on who rocking with you. It might just need to be one person. For me, it was Ernest Johnson. What's up, man? You good? Anybody know Ernest? And he's still fit and firm and gave me a big handshake and pulled me in, and you feel that strength from being about community. And we get so caught up with this corporate ideal. That's why I eventually left corporate America, because I want to be able to stay connected to the community. But whatever it is you go do it. I got to go get out here and get it done today. But no ceiling fans. Remember, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let that burn. When the roof burns, there's no ceiling. Remember how that will get you going. Huh? If you got to play that in your mind, be like, man, the roof is on fire. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I'm gonna get out here and be an inspiration to others. I want you to have a great day. Remember, Monday morning at 10 a.m. is when most heart attacks occur, because people show up at a place they don't want to be. They're dealing with things they don't want to deal with. I'm telling you, find your peace. Break that glass ceiling. I'm telling you, get with an Ernest Johnson and be inspired by it. It may only be one person that can inspire you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wu Payne, my guy. What's up, man? Keep pushing, Wu. What you got next? I know you shut down your great parties for the summer. But what you got next? Keep pushing. I'm going to get up out of here, guys, on this Monday. I want to wish you all the best. This is Lindsay Ellis. Have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great month. Have a great year. Have a great life. Peace out. SPS. Peace out.